Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Daily Drive. I am so excited to be back. I literally have been thinking about this Motivation Monday all weekend, and I'm gonna get to that in just a second. Let me share this in my group. Y'all say hey when you hop on. Welcome to the Daily Drive. Happy Monday. I don't have ears today. I'm sorry, but I have props to show you, so don't worry. Say hey when you hop on. Welcome to the Daily Drive. So this is just a worksheet that I created when I started to learn the things that I could do to stay in control of my mind. I created that worksheet and I just started going through the personal development process, right? And it turns out that my friends enjoyed the worksheet too, and the things that I was learning were helping other people. And so here we are. I bring you the Daily Drive Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And as a result of this personal growth journey and doing this Daily Drive for a while now, I feel like I've kind of uncovered my purpose in life, which is to do this, to share mental health help, to share how I stay in control of my mind, to just, let the world know that you can live with your anxiety and mental health and be in control of it. So I feel like this is my purpose. So that's why we're here on the Daily Drive. So welcome. This week is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to just give y'all some little quickies this week because I am pet sitting for some people. I signed up to do Rover, which I absolutely love. And so I am actually staying at someone else's house this week, and I'm only coming home really to do the Daily Drive. So I'm going to touch on that in a second. But I want to get to the Disney because if you followed me, you know I got LASIK recently, so I don't have to wear glasses anymore. And so my Mickey ears are more comfortable to wear. And so I've been showing you guys all of my Mickey ears. Today I'm in a little bit more of a rush. Like I said, these this week are going to be quickies. So I'm going to show y'all some other stuff that we have. And so my husband is into modeling and tabletop gaming. And so throughout that journey, he bought 2 3D printers that are in our office. This is our shared office. So I have my little space and my desk, and then he has his desk over there. And so we have 2 3D printers, and a 3D printer is just what it sounds like. It prints a little actual thing. If you see this little Yoda guy right here, or Grogu actually, my husband 3D printed that and painted him. Now I feel like I have to show it to you up close. My husband 3D printed that and painted him. But what I have to show y'all today actually fits in because it's food and wine right now, and Epcot has just done all of the new stuff with Ratatouille, and so these guys hang out in our kitchen. My husband 3D printed these. I have a little Remy and a little Emile. How cute are they? They are the cutest things in the world. He's 3D printed so many cute things. And if you've ever been to our house, you know it is Disney explosion everywhere. I think there is literally Disney in every single room in our house. And so my husband 3D printed these for us, and they hang out in our kitchen, on the counter, in the windowsill. We kind of move them around sometimes and like to see who can find it first or something. But yeah, got a little Remy. And I got a little Emile that my husband 3D printed. So that's what I'm showing you instead of ears today. They even have little tails on the back. 3D printing is so cool. All of this detail came from the 3D printer. They have little fur. It's so cool. So this is what I'm showing you today instead of ears, is my little Remy and Emile that hang out in our kitchen. And I love them. Let's see. They'll hang out over here. Can you see them like that? Maybe. So that's the Disney I have to show you today. It's food and wine right now, and everything is Ratatouille at Epcot. And I saw in somebody's story you can search for Remy around Epcot and put little stickers when you find him. So that's the Disney I have for you today. Just some fun little guys that my husband 3D printed. Remy and Emile from Ratatouille. Love them. They hang out in our kitchen. I want to tell you one more thing before I get into the motivation, because if you've been following my story this weekend, you probably have seen that it's been a little bit hard for me to adjust. So like I was just saying, I signed up to do Rover, which I love. We have a zoo here. We have 2 dogs. We're down to 2 cats. Elliot, my bearded dragon, and my sugar glider. And we've also had snakes. We've had a guinea pig. We've had geckos. We've had a chameleon. We've had all kinds of pets. Cats, 3 other cats have been here too. And so I signed up to do Rover because I just keep telling myself that the average millionaire has at least 6 sources of income. And so wherever I can find something that I enjoy doing and make an income, I'm cool with that. And I'm taking a step towards becoming a millionaire because the average millionaire has at least 6 sources of income, right? So I signed up to do Rover, and my first one that I book is a whole week at someone else's house, taking care of their animals. Luckily, they live in Mechanicsville, which is only about 20 minutes from where we live, so I can still come back home and do the daily drive on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But it's really the first time that I've gone and done anything like this. And so I was having a lot of anxiety over the weekend on Saturday before I left to go over there. And I literally was laying on the couch crying. And the first day and a half that I was at their house, I was sitting on their couch crying. I was just having a lot of anxiety about it. Being away from my house, being in someone else's house. It's a little bit weird to be alone in somebody else's house, I'll be honest. And so I was just having anxiety. And so I want to give you one just quick little tip that I did to just kind of keep it in control, right? So one of the things that I stress about the most when I'm getting ready to go somewhere, my husband can tell you because I go through the list 800 times, is packing. I want to make sure that I'm taking everything. I want to make sure that I have all the clothes that I want, right? It doesn't cross your mind that if you forget toothpaste, you can just go somewhere and buy some toothpaste, right? But you start to get anxious about packing. And so I was anxious about everything. And so here's what I did. I knew that I'm only about 20 minutes away. I knew that I would be coming home Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to do this, at least quickly enough to come in and do this and check on Elliot, I gotta be honest, and, say hi to all my animals and then go back. And I've let them know that, there's a commitment that I do at 8:30, yada, yada, right? And so the one thing that I did to make sure that I wasn't adding extra stress on top, and again, this is because I knew that I could come back and forth. So this is a different situation than going away on vacation, right? If you have a little bit more flexibility with your situation, right? So what I did was I didn't stress about taking a suitcase and packing every single thing I need and all of that. I just grabbed this one little bag, which is from Girl Scouts. I got it for being a Girl Scout leader. Okay, so thanks to Quimby, she gave me this. But I just packed this one bag for Saturday night, Sunday night, and I knew I'd be coming home Monday. And so when I came home this morning, I brought home my dirty clothes. So when I get ready to come home on Friday, I'm not bringing, I'm not stressing to pack a bunch of stuff up, right? I brought home my dirty clothes and packed up what I need for today, tonight, tomorrow, Tuesday night, and then I'll be able to come back home on Wednesday morning and do the same thing again. So instead of stressing about everything I need for the whole week and trying to pack everything when I'm already anxious about going and being away and being in someone else's house and all of those things, I just made it a little bit easier and I let go of a little bit of the packing anxiety, right? I reminded myself I'll be coming home Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't need to overdo it. This is probably even way more than I need for tonight and tomorrow night, right? But instead of worrying about it all at once, I'm just doing it in little chunks. And I was planning on taking a shower there today, so I didn't even pack that stuff. It's in here now to take back, right? And then when I come back on Wednesday, I'll bring back dirty clothes and whatever else I want to bring back with me. I'm going to have a little kind of self-care time today and tomorrow and do my nails. And obviously my face is broken out. I'm going to do a face mask and get some stuff done while I'm there, right? Do some stuff for me and get some daily drive stuff done and, things like that, right? And so I made sure that I took everything that I needed, but I just broke it down in smaller chunks because I know I'm coming home today, Wednesday, and Friday. So don't overwhelm yourself. If you know that your schedule can be, done a certain way, and even if you don't, if you forget something, y'all, you can always go and get it and figure it out, right? Make sure that you have the super important things that you can't duplicate, like medications and contacts and glasses and things like that. But really, if you forget toothpaste and shampoo and a shirt, even underwear, you can go somewhere and get that stuff or whatever, right? So don't stress yourself out about packing. Make sure you've got the essentials. Again, since I knew I had a little bit of flexibility and I was coming back home today, Wednesday, and Friday, I packed in smaller chunks. And so I'm taking this back with me today, and then I'll bring dirty clothes and whatever else back Wednesday when we come back to talk about gratitude with y'all and pack it again and take it back, right? And it's just one bag. As soon as I get off of here, I can leave and go back over there and make sure I let their dogs out and do all of the things and have some downtime, watch movies. I'm binging like everything. Whoops, I knew I was going to knock one of them over eventually. I'm going to slot them over a little bit. But that's just a little extra tip, right? Don't overwhelm yourself when you're going somewhere. I was already super anxious about being away, and so I just took a little bit of the anxiety away and reminded myself that I don't need to be overwhelmed by packing on top of all of that. So I'm doing it in smaller chunks since I know I get to come home. So I want to get to the motivation because I try to bring you guys Motivation Monday every Monday. And yesterday, when I was anxious and in my feels at these other people's house, right? Like a house that I had only been to once to meet them before I, stay at their house for a whole week. But sleeping there and, someone else's animal, someone else's couch, like it's just weird. It's just a little weird. And so I was feeling really anxious yesterday, and so I just got on the computer and I went to Liberty University for college, and so I know that they offer convocation worship services, I think like 3 or 4 times a week, and they also record them and archive them on their website. And so that is one of my go-to mind things when I know that I'm struggling a little bit. I'll hop on their website and look at one of their convocations. And so I did that yesterday while I was sitting on the couch, and I am so glad that I did. I shared it in my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group, the link that's there. It was also their senior recognition week, so you can fast forward through a little bit of that if you want to, but I thought it was interesting because I went to school there. But the speaker that they had, or speakers, were Abigail and Ike, her dad, Rygard. I think I'm saying that right, Rygard. Abigail Rygard and her dad, Ike. And I didn't know who they were. Ike, I guess, is a pastor, and so she was speaking from the point of being a pastor's daughter. And what she was coming to talk about, was so fitting and so perfect for what I needed in the moment. And so it gave me that reminder that the universe gives you what you need when you allow it. So instead of continuing to sit on the couch and be sad at somebody else's house and be lonely and whatever, I just opened my laptop and watched a worship service. And again, if you're not religious, spiritual, whatever, watch something else that sets your soul on fire, right? But even if you're not religious, I encourage you to watch this Liberty Convocation by Abigail Rygard because it is amazing. Again, I shared it in my Becoming Unlimited group, but she was talking about chronic pain and illness and the anxiety that comes along with that. And I'm not going to give you her whole story because, again, this is going to be a quickie. I'm going to give you the motivation. She was talking about her whole story with chronic pain and illness and anxiety and being a pastor's daughter. And because of the pain and illness, she was in her 30s and still living in her parents' attic and had anxiety about that and all kinds of things compounding. And the thing that stood out to me the most was one little thing that she said. It stood out to me so much that it's the only thing over the entire weekend that I got my phone out and put in my note of inspiration that I have in my phone. And I have a note in my phone that when I hear inspirational quotes that I want to remember later or go back and look at later, I put them all in there. And it's just a long running note of inspirational quotes. And so when I feel like shutting down, this is what I'm going to remind myself of. When I feel like shutting down, when I feel like I don't want to talk to anyone, I don't want anyone to look at me, when the anxiety is just on high, the thing that Abigail Rygard said after she shared her whole story and how she got herself out of the darkness of anxiety and depression, she said, "My story is not just for me." And that second just blew my mind. That is something that I already hang on to when I feel like shutting down. When I feel like shutting down, that's almost a trigger for me to share that, to share what I'm feeling, to let people know what I'm going through and how I'm going to get back in control of that. My story is not just for me. I am motivated daily by my story, the good and the bad, what I've been through, the good and the bad, where I'm going. the failures, the ups, the downs, the learning lessons, the anxiety. I am motivated by my story, the good and the bad, and I am motivated to share that so that other people can learn how to control their minds as well. Because I've lived in that darkness too. I have lived in that darkness of my mind, of depression, of wanting to drive my car into a tree while I'm driving down the interstate. Hand to God. I have been there, right? But I am now motivated by my story because my story is not just for me. What I have been through can help someone else. Where I'm going can help someone else. The top is lonely because no one does the work to get there. I want everybody with me. I want y'all to do the work to get there. And that motivates me. I don't want to be at the top alone. I want to be at the top with a bunch of other people that are motivated and doing the thing too. And my story is not just for me because it's going to help someone else, whether I think it is or not. So when I feel like shutting down, when I feel anxious, when I feel like I don't want to do anything, I take that as a moment to share that somehow. A blog post, when I bring it to the Daily Drive, posting it in my Becoming Unlimited group, maybe posting it in my stories, Instagram, like anything, just so that someone somewhere, even if it's only one person, knows that you can take control of your mind at any moment you choose to, even when it feels out of control. So I am motivated by my story, the good and the bad, because my story is not just for me. It's for whoever the universe intends to hear it. And so that motivates me every single day to wake up and keep pushing, keep moving. That's why, I knocked him over again, y'all. That's why I created the Daily Drive, because it's daily. It's not overwhelming you with the big picture. It's a daily intentional thought, or more than one if you need it. It is daily goals. What can I get done today? My goals for today are a lot different than my normal Monday goals because I'm going back to someone else's house to take care of their pets. And so I took my laptop with me and some things to work on, but I don't have a lot of goals for today, to be honest. My goals are self-care goals. Doing my nails, doing a face mask. They have one of those workout bikes with all the, the app that you can do all of the things. And they said I could use it. So I'm going to go get on that workout bike, right? So those are my goals because it's daily and I'm keeping in mind what I'm doing this week. And then my gratitude. So that's why I created the Daily Drive, to stay in control of all of that and to keep me focused on what I can do daily. I'm always thinking about my big goals, my big picture, but I'm also considering the daily steps to get there. So if you haven't heard Abigail Reigard, go look her up. It took me a minute to find her website. It's liberty.edu, and you look at, I think, the faith category at the top, and then you can find all of the combos, and it's Abigail Reigard. But it was amazing. So I am motivated. You can be motivated by your story. Don't get drowned by thinking about the bad. Get motivated by it, because your story is not just your story. There's someone else out there that can learn from it, that can benefit from it, that can take something away from it. So I hope more than anything, when y'all come and watch me, you take something away, some new hope or lesson about staying in control of your mind. And today, it's to be motivated by your story, to not be drowned by it. Your story is not just your story. Y'all, I am working on 30-day packs of the Daily Drive. I brought them with me to their house so I can get them stapled and enveloped up. I'm going to let you know how many I have because I ran out of ink. So I'm going to let you know how many I have, and they're going to be kind of first come, first serve with a wait list. So make sure you're in Becoming Unlimited and let me know. I will let you know when that's going up. Check out dailydrivecoaching.com. Scroll all the way down, put put your email address in, and hit subscribe, you will make sure, blah, 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 that you get all of my information and content. If you're not in my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group, let me know, or just search Becoming Unlimited on Facebook. You get these daily drives plus a little bit more content about unlimiting your mind. We do a community support group 2 times a month that you can see in that group live also, that has been amazing, and it is just a free community platform, nothing crazy. Make sure you hop in there. If you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor and hit subscribe and turn on the notifications. I will never ask for any kind of fee for what I do on social media. I just ask that you help me spread mental awareness by liking, engaging with me, subscribing, sharing, tagging friends, turning on notifications, all of the things. I love y'all so much. Keep an eye out for the 30-day packs of the Daily Drive. That's coming to my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group first. So make sure you're in there and check out dailydrivecoaching.com. I will give you a bye-bye from Remy and Emil. And remember, your story is not just your story. We are motivation makers, and that's what's going in the joy jar today, because you make your own motivation internally first. So my story is not just my story, and that motivates me every single day to push through the good and the bad and share it with whoever needs to hear it. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being on here. Make sure you check out dailydrivecoaching.com, and remember to just be motivated by your story. It's not just for you. It's for someone else somewhere in the universe who needs to hear it. My story is not just my story, and I hope that you get something meaningful out of this. I love y'all. Happy Motivation Monday. I will see you soon.